Warrior, what is going on? We just began the month of February 2025. It is also known as the month of love, right? Endless Valentine's commercials streaming online, on televisions, on devices, in store windows. But you know what I think we should call it? Children's Month, the month of children's love. I'm not understanding how in the United States the abuse and exploitation of children is increasing as I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm not understanding how more people don't understand this, how more people don't come to the table, how more people, parents, don't educate their kids. How about just talk to your kids about the issues? Not dictating, not yelling, not any of that stuff. Just casual conversations over the dinner table, a drive to school. It is imperative in this age of devices. I don't know how much I have to tell you because this has been going on now for, I'm going to say, a good 10 years. I will even break it down and say since COVID, a word I don't like to say. The one positive thing that came out of that time period is that a lot of parents realized how much time their kids were spending online, what they were seeing online, what they were doing online. So now fast forward, we're into 5 years later, you know by now you must take action. You cannot depend on the government. You cannot depend on schools. You have to be a participant. Think of this as a family partnership coming together. Why would you allow your children to learn things online from strangers, right? Not appropriate. We're not going to shut down the internet. Many people have written to me or have said during our live chats, which make sure you are subscribed so you know when we do our live streams and you can join in, chat, and be part of the gang here on the Warriors. They will say, well, it was better when we were kids and we had no devices. Okay, that's fine. You can say whatever you want. But you know what? That's not the way of the world these days in 2025. The internet is here to stay. We are in the dawn of AI. It's actually going on now. I can't even say the dawn of AI. And so let us learn to roll with the punches and learn how to put guardrails, learn how to talk about it, learn what's going on. But that's up to you. You have a duty of care, in my Warrior's opinion. If you bought those devices, you pay for the internet, it has to become part of your lives, your entire family lives, right? One tip is keep devices out of the bedrooms at night. Lead by example. Out. Children need their sleep. We don't need them up all night just scrolling endlessly and looking at things, and then they fall asleep in the classroom the next day and they're bored, so they keep swiping and swiping. No wonder kids are a mess. And they're seeing things online which are so fake, all these influencers. This is what we have to empower our kids with. What they're seeing online, between filters people are putting on their images and between settings. I mean, just the other day, somebody was telling me, involved in the fashion world, that they're not even doing anymore going to locations, models with these shoots, because I'm here in New York City, and we're entering into Fashion Week this week, New York Fashion Week, which happens twice a year. And this person was telling me that they do all AI now, just in a room, and this model, male or female, could be in Africa, they could be in Paris, they could be in New York City. So we have to learn and understand this is happening and how we are going to deal with it. Kids have to understand what they're seeing online is just not real, because we have a problem with comparison. That leads to mental health. We have a well-documented youth mental health crisis, right? Well, we have a mental health crisis with everybody, but let's focus on the kids right now, which leads to so many things. Depression, self-harm, eating disorders, all happening because of online. Well, if you take steps to guardrail that, you will be ahead of the game. So I want to talk about February as being this month of love. We love our children. We love all children. How can anybody promote these crazy things that are going on right now in society? Whether it's here in New York State, where they're pushing for the full legalization of prostitution, which, by the way, is the full legalization of pimping, trafficking, and brothels and sex buying. Please look at it that way. That is the truth. equalitymodelnewyork.org. You can find more information on that. Who doesn't want safety by closing the borders to protecting not only these unaccompanied minors to the tune of over 500,000, who's talking about that? That are sex and labor trafficked and further exploited, but also by leaving those borders open, our American children have been approached by cartels in the middle and high schools to sell their drugs and to traffic their peers. I just spoke with a teacher the other day in a city, and she was agreeing. This is indeed happening in their middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. So unless we become the leaders, we open and honestly talk about these issues. We love our children unconditionally. I know it's tough when everybody's working, trying to pay bills, tired, hungry, whatever the situation may be in your home. It's a lot if you have a fresh child to deal with. But we're going to just have to bite our lips, everybody. We're going to have to put children first. They are our future adults, our future American leaders. And can you imagine if we do not take care of them now, what this country will look like in 5, 10, 15 years? It is our duty. The good news is we're hearing more and more. I just was sent a new report that most parents, and this survey will come out shortly, that most parents, I was privy to getting it before it's actually published, most parents are now understanding delay is the way, not giving their children access to the internet until around 8th grade. A lot of parents are also fighting. Schools are demanding kids do their homework. They have to have access to the internet, or sports groups such as cheerleading and things like that. They want group chats online, and parents are fighting back. Parents are taking their kids even out of these groups, which is devastating for a child if they're doing soccer or whatever is they're cheerleading. But you know what? The good news is they're waking up, and they are following our hashtag delay is the way. Wait until 8th. So that is the good news. Everybody is learning so much. We need to continue learning. Let us spend this month of love, February, the love for our children, love directed at our children. And I know if you love your child, you will listen to everything we have to say here on The Warriors, and you'll spread the information and share it, because our hashtag is community creates change, and we are indeed doing that. And I want you to stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting initiatives coming up, and we'll be telling you more about that and how you can participate. And don't forget, you can also become a member on Lynn's Warriors for less than the price of a cup of coffee. So join us, and always wake up each and every day and go out and be a warrior.